Did you know that headlines focus on leaders, while the real forces shaping global politics are often hidden? The oil. Escalating tensions in the Caribbean as the United States seizes a Venezuelan oil tanker. Washington calls it a national security operation, but Venezuela condemns it as outright piracy. This means that beneath the politics lies an unspoken driver: the quest for energy security. Beneath the politics lies a far more complex story involving sanctions, drug enforcement, and a rarely discussed dependency shaping U.S. foreign policy: the country's growing need for heavy crude oil. This is Timeless Hub, where geopolitics, power, and history reveal the forces shaping our world today and tomorrow.
First to be seized by the Trump administration since it embarked on a military build-up in the Caribbean. The seizure, widely seen as a new tactic to target the lifeblood of the Maduro government. Reuters reports the US is preparing to seize more ghost tankers from Venezuela's oil fleet.
The president is committed to stopping the illegal flow of drugs into our country. He's also fully committed to effectuating this administration's sanction policy, and that's what you saw and the world saw take place yesterday.
The U.S. alleges the revenues from the cargo were intended to support foreign terrorist organizations, specifically the sanctioned IRGC.
Democrats raising the alarm over the president taking the US to war without congressional approval. But some analysts are tempering those concerns.
Trump prefers to pile on the pressure in any kind of negotiations, and I think this case is no different.
President Trump today appeared uncompromising, lauding his anti-narcotics campaign in the Caribbean.
Anybody getting involved in that right now is not doing well. And we'll start that on land too. It's going to be starting on land pretty soon.
Continued threats of land-based strikes only adding to the drumbeat of war.
The U.S. said that the seized vessel was supporting sanctioned foreign terrorist groups, but Maduro is labeling it criminal naval piracy and an absolutely criminal and illegal act. The unique geology of Venezuela's oil reserves intersects directly with the legacy infrastructure of the American energy sector, creating a powerful strategic imperative. Venezuela's oil reserves represent a key strategic prize that could resolve a critical vulnerability in the U.S. energy supply chain. The type of oil being produced domestically is fundamentally mismatched with the type of oil its most advanced refineries are built to process. The current situation is a volatile standoff driven by complex motives, with a high potential for miscalculation that could have severe consequences for the entire region. Heavy crude once constituted only 12% of U.S. oil imports. It is now approximately 70%, and Venezuela holds the largest proven heavy oil reserves in the world, surpassing all other nations, including traditional Middle Eastern powers. The other primary global sources for significant volumes of heavy crude are Canada and Russia. But current geopolitical tensions make Russian supplies unstable, and then there is Venezuela. The seizure of the tanker and the growing U.S. military presence near Venezuelan waters are prompting fears of miscalculation or escalation. The U.S. accused Maduro of being a terrorist, and opposition figure Maria Corina Machado warned Venezuela has become a state that applies terrorism towards innocent people, adding fuel to calls for international intervention. The bigger question: what is this conflict really about? Is this escalating confrontation truly about drugs and sanctions? Or is it driven by something more fundamental, America's need for a specific type of oil? Ultimately, the intense U.S. focus on Venezuela, a country whose current oil output is minimal, is best understood as a long-term geopolitical play. However, when viewed through the prism of energy geopolitics, the seemingly disparate actions cohere into a more logical, albeit high-stakes, strategy. The convergence of direct U.S. military action, fierce international condemnations, and the active involvement of great power rivals creates a volatile and unpredictable geopolitical environment in the Caribbean, one where the pretext of law enforcement increasingly intersects with great power competition over energy resources. As geopolitical tensions sharpen and the U.S. heavy oil dependencies deepen, the Caribbean is becoming the next major flashpoint in global politics. One seized tanker has revealed a complex web of economic needs, political rivalries, and strategic vulnerabilities that could shape international relations for years to come. As geopolitical tensions sharpen and the U.S. heavy oil dependencies deepen, the Caribbean is becoming the next major flashpoint in global politics. A one-seized tanker has revealed a complex web of economic needs, political rivalries, and strategic vulnerabilities that could shape international relations for years to come.